welcome back to Heather Abroad. So this weekend we adventured out on our first hike at Dalsnuten Peak, I believe. Dalsnuten. I'm not sure if you hear that in the background, but we have some sort of like horse cart race thing going on behind our apartment. Sorry about that. But anyway, so we went out for our first hike, and I just wanted to take you along on that adventure and give you some tips that we figured out along the way for Norwegian hiking versus Alaskan hiking, and just to let you know how it went. Oh, it's so cliche, but if you stick around to the end of this video, I will have a treat for you as I tried out my new mic, because I am new to all this and I did realize that I probably need a mic. So if you stick around at the end, I'll let you see my mic check. First thing is parking. I feel like parking can always be a little bit tricky depending on trailhead, so we just typed it in to Google Maps, pressed go, and found ourselves going through this little village. Super cute, old Norwegian type village. We went up this one-lane road and there was a few parking spots, so we figured this must be it. So we parked and started to walk, saw a sign, said trail this way, and so we began to go that way. Then there was a word that didn't translate to trail in English, but it started with a T, and there was red T's along the rocks. Little did we know this was the trail, but Rush said, "Oh, let's go this way," and I said, "That looks kind of rocky and hard, and I'm thinking this is supposed to be a flat trail halfway to the mountain. So let's go this way because it looks flatter." Well, it turns out he was right. As you'll see in the next couple of pictures and videos, we ended up walking through moss, lots of tundra type moss on the rocks, and then we figured out we were not on the trail quite soon. So we hiked across over to the trail, in which we were happy to find. Then you'll see we pretty much hiked uphill, kind of over our rocky, mild to small boulders, all the way up for the most part. It wasn't very smooth or flat at all, not like the pictures. So I wasn't really sure what to think. I knew that I'd seen pictures of a flat trail, but I just didn't know. Then we get about halfway and there's an overlook, which you'll see in this next shot of this pond, lake, and I can look down and I see a parking lot and I see flat trails leading up to the foot of the south side of the mountain where you can just hike up. So apparently we were on the north side and we just went up the whole way, as opposed to having flat trail for the first half and hiking up. Luckily my kids are pretty agile and they were up for it, but next time we'll probably park at the parking lot on the south side of the mountain. Made it to the top. One thing I realized on the way up is it's windy here, but when you're hiking, you tend to just get more warm, but not quite warm enough to completely be unlayered. So we tend to have these thicker cottony beanies in Alaska, and they were fine. We didn't do a lot of winter hiking. In the summer, you didn't need them at all. But here, I think because of the wind, what I'm seeing on a lot of the young kids and even the adults are these thin beanies. Almost reminds me of a thin neck buff. material, but you can either get it in like a headband where it goes over just the ears, or an actual beanie, but it's just really thin. So I think that's probably gonna be one of our next purchases here. It's like you need something just enough to keep the wind like off of your ears without getting your head like too hot for the steep hike. For us, this is a pretty easy hike just because we do have experience hiking, even though we ended up on the north side that was super rocky. But you'll definitely want a bottle of water for each person, a snack, or even some hot chocolate or coffee to sip at the top. And then I bought the Norwegian version of the Kit Kat, and I don't know how to say it, but it translates to like quick lunch. I will say it's much better than the American version of Kit Kat. I bought it to eat at the top of the mountain, then completely forgot about it because the view was amazing and I wanted to capture that, and I just didn't remember until we got to the bottom. So on my next hike, I'm gonna have to eat my quick lunch at the top of the mountain like all Norwegians. They also tend to take an orange soda. I'm not really a big soda drinker, so I'm gonna forego the soda, but I think I'm gonna shoot for coffee and a quick lunch at the top of the next peak. So I think for this hike, hiking boots would be better, especially if you're hiking from the north side. I opted for like a trail running shoe, and I just felt that it was a little bit too loose for my foot on the north side of the trail. Probably wouldn't have felt as bad on the south side because it would have been flat for the first half, so I would have just been walking on a flat trail. But I will do hiking boots next time. Heading back down, we opted to stay on the trail the whole time and to not recut through the tundra mossy, rocky way that we had found the first part of the trail. So we went all the way down the correct way, and it brought us right back to our car next to the alpaca llamas. I know there's a difference, but I don't know the difference of these, but I will show you a picture of one in case you know the difference. I also think it'd be beneficial to have gloves. I never felt the need to wear gloves often in the spring in Alaska, but again, I didn't do a lot of springtime hiking because the snow there would take a while to melt. But here, the wind, it just chills your hands. So even if your body's getting warm, I find that having something covering the hands, especially when you stop to take a rest, would be beneficial. The boys even asked for gloves once we got a little bit higher up just because of the wind chill. Thanks again for joining me with Heather Abroad. I look forward to making you more videos. Don't forget to like and comment below. If you have any ideas or anything that you would like for me to try to make a video of, feel free to suggest those things and I'll be happy to try. Is it still going? Why did you stop my video? I wanted to see if I have to yell or not. Or do I need to talk louder, and does it sound better? I just need to know.
Pickles.